and a very warm welcome to Bharata First. I'm Frank Rausen Pereira. This is FRP Explains. I am here today to talk about India's healthcare system and infrastructure. It hasn't failed us, it has just been thoroughly exposed. What a sorry state of affairs we have witnessed over the last 6 weeks or so. In March 2021, the Union Health Minister went on record and said that it is endgame corona. Look at where we stand today. So ill prepared, so miserably ill planned. During the first wave, there seemed to be some kind of a reprieve, and we went through it reasonably unfazed. But the second phase has just exposed a raw nerve, and we should be ashamed of what we have done as a country. The political class has failed us. Let me take you through some examples to just corroborate my points. The number of ICU beds that we had in April 2020 were 27,000. Just 27,000 for a population of the size of 1.3 billion or 130 crores. We increased that by a mere 8,800 beds, taking it up to 36,000 during those 10 months that we had. In February 2021, it is not my figures. The Union Minister of State for Health in Parliament gave out these figures. Oxygen supported beds, we just have 95,000. In February, or rather April 2020, we had 62,000. It gone up. Of course, you can say that it has gone up by 50%, but for a country like India, do you just need round about 1 lakh oxygen supported beds? Isn't that a shame? Haven't we been seeing how people have been dying, not because of the pandemic or not because of the virus, but because they have not been able to get access to decent healthcare? I'm not even saying world class healthcare, decent healthcare. बेड मिल गया तो ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिला, ऑक्सीजन मिल गया पता चला 2 घंटे बाद खत्म हो गया. I mean, what is this? 2021 aspirational India, we want to show the world what we are and who we are. This is not the picture that we need to show. It's not like we can't do it. We can do it, but unfortunately we have barely spent any money on the healthcare system. Countries like Bhutan, countries like Nepal up until recently, till this budget, and even Sri Lanka spend more on healthcare as compared to their share of the GDP. We spend a mere 1.4%. Bhutan spends 2.5% of its GDP on healthcare. What are we talking about? Thankfully, in this budget, the healthcare spending has gone up to 3 lakh crore rupees. But we also have to see how that 3 lakh crore rupees is going to be spent. That is another legacy issue that we have. Time and again, we've seen it's the root problem or the main problem of India. We do not implement our schemes well. We have wonderful schemes. In fact, one too many wonderful schemes. Unfortunately, we don't implement them well. So what's the point of having the best scheme in the world, and if you don't implement it well and it doesn't reach every person that it's supposed to reach? This is what we need to change. Now, this health is such an issue that it becomes very convenient for the governments to blame each other as well. The central government says that it's a state subject, so the states have failed. The state governments say that they have not been getting enough directives and proper directives from the center, so it's not our fault. It is for the center to have taken care of this. Can we all just come together and just rise above this petty politics and say that yes, this is a problem, this is an issue, this needs to be addressed at the earliest? It's not like we have to put everything else to a standstill and only look at this. We as a country can do multiple things. If we can do one thing right, we can do another thing right as well. We have to take this up on a war footing, understand and realize that this has been our Achilles heel, a major problem concern and a major problematic area, and we need to fix it. We as the media, as the people, as general citizens of this country need to hold those in power accountable as well for not doing their job. And healthcare, right to good healthcare, is our basic needs that we need, and we should ensure that it happens. Let me quote a few more figures for you. In February, March, just as we were entering the second phase of the pandemic, states like Jharkhand, states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Haryana, Punjab, in fact, reduced the number of beds that they had put up. Haryana and Punjab reduced it by over 70%, clearly dismantling all the basic infrastructure that they had put in place, saying that we don't need it anymore. Really, a sorry state of affairs. We were just not prepared. We just didn't plan. And it's not like there were no warning signs. The Niti Aayog and several of our experts had been suggesting that there will be a second wave way back in October. Did we pay heed? No, we didn't pay heed. We've seen world over as well that there has been a second wave and they have all suffered. So why is it that India could have gotten through unfazed? We should have been better prepared and we should have understood and we should have realized, and at least the temporary infrastructure that we put in place, we should have continued to keep it. If we would have, this wouldn't have been the sorry state of affairs. The coronavirus pandemic has also created a massive impact on the public health as a whole. That is going to be a long-term impact that we need to focus on. The kind of mental stress that it has created on so many other people, it's going to crumble and it's going to destroy a society as a whole. Are we planning for that? We are staring at something that is going to be extremely grave in the near future. We better plan for these things and we better take it in the right direction with our best foot forward. And it is also all of our collective duty as well to do something about it. It's been very heartening and very warming to see the kind of movement that we have witnessed on social media of general public coming to the aid of each other, which gives us hope that there is some humanity left in us and it gives us hope for a better future. That's it on this edition of FRP Explains. If you like the video, please like the content, subscribe, and then hit the bell icon followed by all notifications. For those of you who would like to come forward and make a contribution, you may do so by using our UPI IDs. A small contribution that you make will go a long way in us continuing to bring you this content. That's it from me. See you again next time.